Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Syauqellah bin Razali and this video is purposely for my chess assignment 1 and is prepared for Sir Abdurrahman Muhammad Amin. So these are the contents of my presentation. There will be introduction and time control on standard, rapid and blitz, touch move according to FIDE laws of chess, and finally checkmate and stalemate. So the first thing is introduction. So a little bit of my biodata. As I said before, my name is Syauqellah and I am 21 years old, currently living in Kuala Terengganu. I have 4 siblings and I am the third out of 4. For my education background, previously I studied at SK Kontrasik for my primary school, and I continue my secondary school at SMKA Shahidul Malik, and currently I am pursuing my degree in mechanical engineering at University Technology PETRONAS. For my chess background, I can say that I am amateur chess player for my level of chess, as I have started playing chess only back in during high school. I learned it from friends. I just casually played it with them, and currently I still playing chess, but through online platforms such as chess.com, and also I casually played it on mobile phone. And the reason why I take this subject is because I want to enhance my chess skill and also want to enhance my critical thinking skill, which is important for my future job. And also, as I played chess, I become more interested, and I found out chess is interesting games, and I want to learn more about chess. And I hope I can learn more through this course. Moving on to the second part, which is time control on chess. So for this time control on different mode of chess, there are standard, rapid, blitz, and actually there is one more, bullet, but I will explain on these three only. First, for standard, it is sometimes called as classic, which have the format of 2 hours for each player for the game with 30 seconds increment for every move, and the game will last for about 4 hours. For rapid games, it is usually played with a 20 or 25-minute each clock for the whole game, with probably 10-second increment for each move, and the game usually ends in an hour. And finally, for the blitz, it is sometimes split as 5 minutes or 3 minutes per each player, and with 2 to 5 second increment per move. And this blitz games usually ends within 15 minutes. And to explain further on differences in chess rules and regulations, for example, in blitz championship, each player will have 3 minutes plus 2 second increment starting from the first move. And for in rapid championship, each player will have 15 minutes plus 10 seconds increment starting from the early move, the very first move. So these are the examples of chess championship. They are played currently through any tournaments. Next, I will present on touch move. So for touch move, according to FIDE laws of chess, what is a touch move? Uh, According to Article 4.2, if a player having the move, that means the player have to move. If he touches one or more of his own pieces, he must move the first piece touch that can be moved. Second, if he touch one or more of his own opponent's pieces, he must capture the first piece touch that can be captured. The third one, if he touch his king and a rook, he must castle on that side, I mean on the king side, if it is legal to do. And fourth, if he deliberately touches a rook and then his king, he is not allowed to castle on that side, on that move. That means if he want to castle, he must touch king first and then only touch the rook. Uh, the next case, if he intending to castle, the player intending to castle touches the king and then a rook, but castling with this rook is illegal, then the player must make another legal move with his king, which may include also cancelling on the queen side with the other rook. But if the king has no legal move, the player is free to make any legal move. Next, if the player promotes a pawn, the choice of the piece is finalized when the piece has touched the square operation. For example, if the pawn has been promoted to queen and he already put the queen on the square, that means he cannot turn it back to change it to promote to another pieces. And finally, if the none of the piece touch can be moved or captured, the player may make any legal move, there is no penalty for that. And finally, I will explain on checkmate and stalemate. What are the differences between these two? For the differences on checkmate and stalemate, firstly we need to know what is check. Check is an attack on enemy king, and this attack cannot be ignored. That means the king has to move, or the other pieces must block the check. Checkmate is to place under opponent's king under attack in such a way that the opponent has no legal move. For example, in the picture below, the black queen is cornering the white king, and the white king has no legal move. That means black has already won the game. For stalemate, stalemate is a situation in the game of chess where the player's turn to move is not in check but has no legal move, and the game will end as a draw. For example, take a look at the picture below. Black is not in check but has no legal move. That means the game is a draw. So thank you for watching. That's all from me.